The Avon Valley Path, a 34-mile riparian ramble through Avonia, from Salisbury to Christchurch and beyond to Bournemouth, and the end and start of the South West Coast Path, in June 2022. The trail, which was opened in 1992, incorporates a cathedral city, the New Forest National Park, high chalk downland with extensive views across the countryside, the River Avon and its extensive water meadows teeming with an amazing diversity of plants, birds and wildlife, charming villages, and the Norman town of Christchurch. The Avon Valley has a greater range of habitats and a wider variety of flora and fauna than any other chalk river in Britain. In 2021, my friend Gilly and I walked the Great Stones Way from Avebury to Salisbury. At the end of June 2022, we returned to Salisbury Cathedral to continue our journey southwards to the coast along the Avon Valley Path. We decided to adopt a leisurely approach by walking around 6 miles per day for 6 days so that we could explore the area more thoroughly and visit some of Gilly's childhood haunts in and around the New Forest. To do this, we booked ourselves into an Airbnb located about halfway along the trail to use as our base for our daily sorties. The start of our walk at Salisbury's Gothic Cathedral, built in the largest medieval close in Britain. Hollyhocks in Devoe Place as we left the cathedral close. An Avon Valley Path signpost near the start of the trail in Salisbury. The trail was thick with St John's Wort on Harnham Hill, just outside Salisbury. We felt very in tune with our surroundings, since the previous day was the 24th of June, in other words, St John's Day or Midsummer's Day, which has links to Hyperion, the father of Helios, the sun god. St John's Wort is a most wonderful healing herb for depression and arthritic conditions, and is one of the staples in my herbal repertoire. You can just feel all that lovely golden sunshine in it. Beautiful field of flax just outside the village of Charlton All Saints. Flax, or linseed as it is also called, is rich in phytoestrogens. It acts as a natural form of HRT, and it is a great tonic for easing menopausal tiredness, hot flushes and vaginal dryness. It is also an excellent laxative and is said to ease the spasms of IBS. One of literally hundreds of absolutely charming cottages on the trail. This one is in Charlton All Saints. The River Avon in Downton. I wonder if the people who created Downton Abbey lived there. Common mallow growing along the trail in a field of oats just outside Downham. Common mallow is a demulcent with anti-inflammatory, expectorant and astringent properties. The trail runs through parts of the New Forest National Park. Wood Green in the New Forest. View across the Avon Valley from Castle Hill at Wood Green. Just one of the many ponies we saw in the New Forest. The water meadows between Wood Green and Lower Burgate. Most of these meadows become seriously waterlogged between December and May, so walking the Avon Valley Path without having to do major diversions is really only a summer undertaking. The water meadows were teeming with an abundance of wildlife, insects, butterflies, and wild flowers. The River Avon at Lower Burgate, just outside Fordingbridge. Meadow brown butterfly. St Mary's Church, Fordingbridge, which has many lovely stained glass windows. Marsh woundwort. As implied by its name, marsh woundwort is a great remedy for healing cuts and wounds, and is also said to cure aching joints when made into an ointment. This goat posed very nicely for my photo. Scarlet tiger moth. The trail was very overgrown in places. We didn't think to take a machete with us, but it would have been very useful. Jilly battling her way through the jungles of deepest, darkest Avonia. Comma butterfly and small tortoiseshell butterfly. We walked through seas of oxeye daisies. Thatched cottage in Harbridge. The old cottage restaurant in Ringwood with its lovely red doors. Hurst Common, just outside Ringwood. Valerian and meadowsweet on Hurst Common. Two powerful herbs growing together. Valerian is a wonderful sedative and is excellent for treating nervous disorders, while meadowsweet contains salicylic acid, which is the active ingredient of aspirin. Meadowsweet can be used as a mild yet effective anti-inflammatory, astringent, and carminative agent. It is particularly indicated for musculoskeletal inflammations, as well as various digestive problems, because it protects and soothes the mucous membranes of the digestive tract, thus reducing excess acidity and easing nausea. Common century, growing in a field of beautiful grasses on Kingston North Common. Century has traditionally been used for treating ailments of the kidneys and liver, loss of appetite and indigestion. The River Avon between Burton and Christchurch. Jilly and I had to take off our boots and socks and wade across this section where the River Avon had burst its banks. It was very muddy and full of cow poo, a bit scary and very unpleasant. Ooh, The end of the Avon Valley Path at Christchurch Priory. Inside the priory, we found this little winged lion misericord. Before walking the Avon Valley Path, I travelled down to Christchurch to join up the end of the Avon Valley Path with where I had completed my South West Coast Path journey back in 2019, a 10-mile jaunt. Wooden sculpture in the Stanpit Marsh Nature Reserve just outside Christchurch. I took the Mudderford ferry across the mouth of the estuary from Mudderford in Christchurch to Hengesbury Head. This is where the Avon and Stour rivers converge to run out into the sea in Christchurch Harbour. The beach huts on Hengesbury Head. Beach huts on Hengesbury Head. View from Hengesbury Head across to Mudderford. Mural on the wall of the Coastguard's hut on Hengesbury Head. bench on Hengesbury Head with Bournemouth in the background. Further beyond, Studland Bay, where the southwest coast path ends. Beach huts along Bournemouth seafront. There are literally miles and miles of these. Bournemouth Pier and the milestone completion of my journey across the whole of southern Britain, from Land's End to Hopton-on-Sea on the east coast, along the southwest coast path, the Avon Valley Path, the Old Stones Way, the Ridge Way, the Icknield Way and the Angles Way. It also joins up my journey all the way from Land's End to Dover via the southwest coast path, the Avon Valley Path, the Clarendon Way, the St Swithun's Way and the North Downs Way. Lessons learnt. Even southern England has jungles. We chose to walk the Avon Valley Path during the summer because we knew that much of it becomes flooded during the winter months. What we did not know was that it can also burst its banks during the summer. The elusive otters which supposedly live along the Avon Valley Path made themselves scarce as we passed through. The otter conspiracy is gaining traction.